नमस्कार, जय भारत, जय विश्व. I wish happiness for world, and I also wish happiness for my country, Bharat India. So whole country, whole world is my country. That is first attempt. I think I should wish for whole world and all universe, and also my country, Bharat India. Value of a citizen means quality of a citizen. Quality of a citizen for this country, which is mine, where I was born, and also I was born in world. So there should be citizen quality everywhere in world. पूरे विश्व में विश्व के सिटीजन की क्वालिटी होनी चाहिए, हमारे देश में भी होनी चाहिए. चाहिए कहना बड़ा आसान है, लेकिन करेगा कौन? हम कहते हैं ये भी होना चाहिए, वो भी होना चाहिए. इट शुड बी लाइक दिस, इट शुड बी लाइक दैट. इट शुड हैपन, इट शुड नॉट हैपन. इंग्लिश है, लैंग्वेज है, कुछ भी बोल दो. बट हाउ शैल इट हैपन? दैट इज द पॉइंट. आई ऑलवेज टॉक अबाउट क्वालिटी, not only in materials or works, but also in general life. If a person has deficiency in quality, certainly it shall impact adversely upon whatever work that person performs. It may be an engineer, it may be a doctor, it may be whatever else. Everybody requires some performance to do, and that performance should be qualitative, not just simply can say, oh, he has done lot of work. Lot work is okay. Progress of work is also okay, but quality should be part of work, because whatever we do, we say this is quantity of work we have done. If that is measurable, or even if it is not measurable, we can say we have done voluminous work. We have done expected work, and we have also done more than expected work, or which we say bonus work, or we may say value added work. Whatever we can say in this world, value addition is very important these days. Valued person, he is expected some to do something. He has done that one, as well as he has done more than that, which has benefited us, or which would benefit this project, or this world, or this country, or whatever else. जितना हम कर सकते हैं, जितना हम आशा रखते हैं किसी से काम कर रहे हैं कि अगर वो व्यक्ति उससे ज़्यादा काम कर देता है, तो ये सच बात है कि उसकी वैल्यू की जाती है. वैल्यू एडिशन की जाती है, उसको हम कहते हैं वैल्यू एडिशन. जैसे हम अपने लाइफ में प्रोफेशन में काम करते हैं, किसी भी प्रोफेशन में सही, जो काम होना चाहिए कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के हिसाब से, या वैल्यूज़ के हिसाब से, या स्पेसिफिकेशन के हिसाब से, या जितना भी कॉमन व्यू है, वो काम की एक्सपेक्टेशन है. हम कह देते हैं गुड इंडस्ट्रियल प्रैक्टिस. वो गुड इंडस्ट्रियल प्रैक्टिस के हिसाब से होना चाहिए. उससे अधिक कोई अगर कर देता है, उससे ज़्यादा वैल्यू उसमें इनपुट दे देता है, तो जितना इनपुट ज़्यादा दिया जाता है उसको कह देते हैं ये वैल्यू दी गई इस काम को. मीन्स वैल्यू अबव रिक्वायर्ड वैल्यू, ए वैल्यू प्लस कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड वैल्यू. इसको समझना एक बड़ा आसान भाषा में कह सकते हैं. जनरली वी कॉल इट वैल्यू इंजीनियरिंग. Value engineering means something you have done which was expected of you, but you have done more than that, free of cost. Even if it's not free of cost, it's because of building up your reputation, so that we rely upon you. We start relying upon you. You are a committed person, plus you are a person who has got interest in improving whatever else. That's very important point. वैल्यू एडिशन आजकल कहाँ है? मैं बात सिटीजन डे की कर रहा हूँ, तो सिटीजन का मतलब है नागरिक, चाहे वो इस देश का हो या किसी और देश का हो. हम दूसरी कंट्रीज में जाते हैं, मैं खुद भी गया हूँ, कई कंट्रीज में काम किया है. गल्फ कंट्रीज में काम किया, गल्फ जीसीसी कंट्रीज में, मिडिल ईस्ट कंट्रीज में, जिसमें इराक है, लीबिया है. काम सब ने कहीं ना कहीं किया होता है, और करना चाहिए. ये कहना कि नहीं मैं अपनी कंट्री में काम करूँगा, आज का ज़माना वो नहीं है. क्योंकि जिसके एज आई सेड, होल वर्ल्ड इज माई कंट्री. God's property it is, God's owned delivery is that earth belongs to God, earth and solar system is owned by God. This means I am also owned by God. If I don't work according to requirement, according to standards, according to God's earth improvement, then I can say that I don't work for God. It is not a spiritual discussion, it is factual discussion. We have to understand that we are living on a planet which is known as Earth, whose ownership is vested with God. And everything belongs to God, whatever happens in this world or somewhere else in planetary system. This means I also belong to this system temporarily until I travel and leave this earth, leave this planet. This means by that time I have been deputed by God. God has deputed me here to work for improvement of this planet. That is direct link, direct consideration, direct concept we must accept. And if we don't accept that, then we roam in darkness because we don't have any control on ourselves, our lives, our bodies functioning, this world, solar system, nature, or whatever we can say. We may claim whatever we can, but fact remains that nothing is within our control. Nothing. Nobody knows what shall happen next moment, what shall happen in coming time. Yes, past we know, present we know physically, but we do not know what would happen to us when we are demobilized. When I am demobilized from this earth, I shall go certainly somewhere unknown to me currently, may be known to me later. And I would not have any capacity to come back to tell people what I did after leaving this planet. This point is clear to everybody. Everybody knows this point. Everybody understands that nobody can avoid leaving this planet. One day everybody has to live. एक दिन सबको ये जमीन छोड़नी होगी, आप कोई भी क्यों ना हो. कोई भी ताकत आपको इस जमीन छोड़ने से रोक नहीं सकती. आपको जाना ही होगा. जब मुझे जाना है, फिर वापस भी यहाँ पे नहीं आना है उसी मेमोरी में, तो मैं किस बात की प्रॉब्लम में हूँ, ये समझना चाहिए. मैं बहुत पैसे वाला हो सकता हूँ, बहुत नॉलेज वाला हो सकता हूँ, बहुत बड़ा लीडर हो सकता हूँ, कुछ भी मैं हो सकता हूँ, लेकिन ये जगह मेरे लिए परमानेंट नहीं है. ये बात मुझे समझ आनी चाहिए और आती भी है, लेकिन वो शॉर्ट मेमोरी होती है, फिर भूल जाता हूँ. फिर वही रोज का चक्कर, रोज की बातें, और कोई फिर जाना पड़ गया उस जगह की, किसी को छोड़ के चला गया जमीन उसकी मेमोरी में, तो वहां पे कुछ देर के लिए रिकॉल हो जाता है, अरे यार यहाँ तो कुछ नहीं है, जाना है. एक ऐसी सेंस जिसका कोई मतलब नहीं है. हम आए हैं तो जाना ही होगा, ये तो प्रोजेक्ट है, अर्थ का प्रोजेक्ट मिला, हम आ गए, हमारी पोस्टिंग हुई, हम आ गए. वो पोस्टिंग कितनी देर की हमें ये मालूम नहीं है. बस वो कितनी देर की पोस्टिंग हम पता नहीं, यहाँ पर सोचते हैं मैं ये करूँगा, मैं वो करूँगा, मैं ये करूँगा, मैं वो करूँगा. उस मेथड स्टेटमेंट का मतलब ही नहीं है. यहाँ पर आप आए, कितने दिन रहेंगे कोई नहीं जानता, कब जाना है कोई नहीं जानता. आप क्या कर सकते हैं वो अवश्य आप जान सकते हैं कि मैंने यहाँ क्या करना है. आप करते जाइए, ये सोचे बिना कि मेरे को क्या फ़ायदा हो रहा है. लेकिन ऐसा होता नहीं है. That's what I'm saying. If I think on I do whatever happens and happens and happens and happens, I don't care for myself. Practically, it is not done. Everybody thinks of future, everybody thinks of present, and everybody learns from past, but very few people learn actually. Body is too weak, our lusts are too expensive, and we have lot of many lusts in life. What for, I don't know. I need food, I need clothing, and I need shelter. And if more than that I need, that is value of my life. That is value for that power who sent me here. Ultimately, I have to report to that power and to none else. I am not to report to this world. I am not to report to you. I have to report to that power which sent me here. Then what shall I report if I don't have any records? I don't have any build up CV. what shall I report to? If I have not done anything, if I do nothing here, what shall I report? अगर मैं यहाँ कुछ करूँगा ही नहीं अच्छी तरह से तो मैं क्या रिपोर्ट करूँगा? लोग कहते हैं कि आप भगवान से डरते हैं या नहीं डरते हैं, आप उस शक्ति को याद करते हैं कि नहीं करते हैं। मैं कहता हूँ याद करना या ना करना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, उससे डरना या उससे नहीं डरना भी इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है। इम्पोर्टेंट ये है कि मुझे जो भी काम दिया गया है टाइम के हिसाब से, नेचर के हिसाब से, रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से, क्या मैं वो काम कर पा रहा हूँ? क्योंकि मुझे जो भी काम करना है अपनी कैपेबिलिटी के हिसाब से करना है। उससे कम या उससे ज़्यादा, उससे कम तो मैं कर सकता हूँ, उसमें तो कोई शक नहीं है। उससे ज़्यादा मैं नहीं कर पाऊँगा जब तक मुझे उसकी नॉलेज नहीं होगी। ये भी सच बात है। I can work only to my capability, that is true. I can work even below capacity, but above my capacity, I may have to learn first, only then I can do. That's also true. Here, what I say, citizen has to understand that there are certain criterias and certain standards in life, and we should not worry about what shall happen after I leave this, because it shall happen only what you have done based on that. If you have done good, if you have worked for not for money alone but for service of God, money shall certainly come if you work, no doubt. Money would come to you, but if you expect more than that, or you can say, I should get value added money, it won't work. आप चाहते मुझे उतना मिल जाए जितना मैंने किया नहीं, उससे मैं आगे जाऊं, आगे ले लूं, छीन लूं, झपट लूं, तो वो तो मैं नहीं समझता ठीक बात है। आप झपट्टा मारना चाहते हैं किस पर? जो आपने किया नहीं उस पर। मतलब ये कि जो कोई वो करेगा उसको मिलना चाहिए, या आपने किया नहीं आपको मिलना चाहिए? किसको मिलना चाहिए? ऐसा हो नहीं रहा है। एक दूसरे को झपटा मारने पे लगे हैं, चाहे वो छोटे लोग हों या बड़े लोग हों। बड़े लोग से मतलब बड़े पैसे वालों से है, छोटे लोग से मतलब छोटे पैसे वालों से है, लोगों से नहीं। एक आदमी छोटा कमाता है, एक आदमी अरबों खरबों में खेलता है। मेरे हिसाब से दोनों एक ही है, क्योंकि ना आपने कुछ इस ज़मीन को दिया ना आपने कुछ दिया। आप कमाने में व्यस्त हैं, ये नहीं सोच रहे कि इस ज़मीन को सुधारे कैसे, जिसके लिए आपको यहाँ भेजा गया। Everybody has been sent to improve this world, existing world, into better state. Otherwise, there would be no meaning for God to send you here. God wants to improve this world through you, through me, through everyone else. This point we don't understand. We all claim this is my job, I've done it and I've done this much. All countries claim that, but no country does for good service of this earth. I say service of this earth. इस पृथ्वी की सेवा करने के लिए हम आए हैं। हम यहाँ ये क्लेम करने के लिए नहीं आए कि मैं बड़ा हूँ और तू छोटा है, मेरे पास ज़्यादा जीडीपी है और तेरे पास कम जीडीपी है, क्योंकि जीडीपी का कोई मतलब नहीं रह जाता अर्थ पे, क्योंकि अर्थ हम सबकी है। पूरा विश्व हम सबका है। हम एक दूसरे का खाने के चक्कर में अलग अलग सेक्शन बना बैठे हैं, अलग अलग जोग्राफिकल इमेजिनरी बाउंड्रीज रख रखी हैं, जिसको हम कहते हैं मेरी कंट्री तेरी कंट्री। असल में तो कंट्री एक ही है और सबकी है। अब इस बात पर बहस ना करें तो अच्छा है, क्योंकि कोई मतलब नहीं है। मतलब तो सिटीजन पे आता है। सिटीजन क्या करे? सिटीजन, पहली बात तो चलो मैं कह दिया, सिटीजन है, नागरिक है, और या कह सकते हैं किसी भी कंट्री का एक यूनिट है, जिसको हम कहते हैं उस कंट्री का ऑनर है। हमारे एरिया में देश के, हमारा जहाँ देश है उस एरिया में, उस जोग्राफी में, जिसको हम भारत के नाम से जानते हैं, इंडिया के नाम से जानते हैं, 130 करोड़ या 140 करोड़ यूनिट सिटीजन हैं, यूनिट हैं। ये यूनिट छोटे नहीं हैं, और ये यूनिट सब कुछ भी नहीं है। ये यूनिट हर जगह कुछ ना कुछ है, हर कंट्री में कुछ ना कुछ है। आई से सो कॉल्ड कंट्री और पार्ट ऑफ डिवीजन ऑफ दिस अर्थ surface, division of sea. But we can divide this earth. We cannot divide solar system because we don't have capacity of that. We can't divide. We have no access to other solar systems. We have no access to other, you can say, whole universe, I should say. We don't have access to whole universe. Okay, we don't have access, but this is not a disappointing factor. No problem, we don't know anything. But whatever we do, whatever we see, can we work on that? Science works, technology works, everybody works. Everybody has certain job, depending on qualification, depending on experience, depending on analytical value. But ultimately, I say, until we learn something, we cannot say we have done it or we would do it. Learning is very important, and citizen has to learn. We have to learn everything in life. We cannot move on following others who may be in wrong direction, who may walk in wrong direction. We can't follow them, and there is no meaning to follow them because you have to use your mind. It is mind that God has given us. Mind is number one property of everybody to an extent. Use can be done. Everybody has mind, and mind is very powerful magnetic electronic equipment that is possessed by everybody. It is more than mobile, it is more than computer, it is more than soul, it is more than everything because soul is ultimately operator of this mind. So we can say power of soul is very important. Until we ignite power of soul in ourselves, we cannot do anything. Since childhood, person studies, and that study is kind of information that is fed into mind, and that information later on works for many decades, and you develop your values, and then after say, okay, I did this, I did that, I did this. In fact, you did nothing, just past time, and you did no addition to existing value. And those who do something, they are remembered. Scientists and professors who do research work and all those who add something to this property. But generally, people take away from earth and destroy. This happens. Citizen has to think about that. All countries in name of development, economic development, advancement, this and that and this and that, they only are busy, have been busy, still busy they are in destroying properties or resources or sources available within earth. They don't care for future, they care for only current time. And you can say greenhouse effect is also one of them. Many forests are burning, you can say ablazed automatically. Many unexpected events have been happening because of many reasons that our society in world and human being has caused to this planet. I say we cannot rectify that immediately. But if you start thinking, nobody is thinking, in fact, I don't accept this 1.5 degrees temperature and this all drama. Nobody will do anything. They talk of coming 40 years, 50 years, but they don't have any solution currently. That's where point lies in. I say every citizen should think about this. We should not leave it to politicians or to others because politician is one community that can never be relied upon. Of course they got power, but that power comes from people, not from politicians. For example, in our country that power comes from our constitution, which is equivalent to a holy document of politics or citizenry. It's not religious, but it is more than religious. It's not faith, but it's more than faith. It's not soul, but it is more than soul because we abide by it. Of course, certain political leaders play with this, but we people, we people who are honor of this nation, temporarily, of course, until we stay here, that we respect this to our minds and to our hearts. And that's very important point. I don't expect others who are politically oriented. I'm not politically oriented, but I am country oriented, I am world oriented, I am truth oriented, and I am quality oriented. Quality, again I say, is not just testing or some system, but it should be in our minds. Our mindset should be based on quality. Our mindset should be based on truth. Our mindset should be based on power of denial, power of saying no. to someone. But people believe in power of yes only. Where problem lies in, if something is wrong, I should say it is wrong, or I should raise a question to who, whatever, whoever, why you say like this, define it, analyze it, explain it. That capacity everybody does not have. In public, it is press, it is news media, it is television, and it is public sources that speak something, that raise issues. But at current times, that has resulted majoritarily failure. I'm not saying all, majoritarily. If you have 5%, 10% people who are good, these are called negligible when compared to 90%. क्वालिटी को आप अगर ना भी माने तब भी क्वालिटी आपका पीछा नहीं छोड़ेगी, क्योंकि क्वालिटी जब आपकी नहीं होगी सामान की तो आपका सामान बिकेगा नहीं, आपकी वैल्यू होगी नहीं, आपके आइडियाज़ को कोई मानेगा नहीं। और जब आपकी क्वालिटी होगी बात करने में, लिखने में, समझने में, सोचने में, आगे बढ़ने में, काम करने में, तो आपको सब मानेंगे, चाहे आप कितने भी नॉलेज रखते हो। आपको सब पूछेंगे भाई आप बताइए हमें क्या करना है। क्वालिटी का मतलब पहली बात तो ये कि हमें अपने जहाँ हम रहते हैं जिस एरिया में, देश में, उसको सही करना है। अगर हम उसको सही नहीं कर पाएंगे, अपने परिवार को सही नहीं कर पाएंगे, तो हमारी क्वालिटी कहाँ है। आज कहते हैं रिश्वत का ज़माना है, करप्शन है। करप्शन क्या होती है? होती क्या है? एक तरह की चोरी, एक तरह के दिमाग की लूट, एक तरह की दूसरों को बिना बताए धोखा देना, एक तरह की दूसरों की आत्मा को एक तरह से मार देना, अपने फायदे के लिए दूसरे का नुकसान करना, दूसरे को टॉर्चर करना। इसी चीज के लिए क्या हम आगे बढ़ेंगे? दूसरे को तंग करने के लिए हमें अपनी सत्ता चाहिए। हमको सत्ता में रहकर ही काम करना है, नहीं तो नहीं कर सकते। ये बातें हैं। इन बातों को जब तक हम ये सोच के करेंगे कि हमें सत्ता में बने रहना है, तो हम सही नागरिक नहीं हैं, हम सही भगवान के पुजारी नहीं हैं। अपने आप को भगवान का पुजारी कहना, मैं किसी धर्म का नाम नहीं ले रहा हूँ, फिर बता रहा हूँ, अपने आप को उस शक्ति का नाम लेना कि मैं उस शक्ति का पुजारी हूँ, और सारे काम आप उस शक्ति के फिर विरुद्ध कर रहे हैं। हर देश के लिए बात लागू होती है। आप ह्यूमन को ह्यूमन नहीं समझ रहे, मार देते हैं। लड़ाइयों में लाखों लोग मारे जाते हैं, हजारों लोग मारे जाते हैं, विधवा हो जाती हैं लोग, विधुर हो जाते हैं लोग। वो किसका नुकसान है? आपने इस देश की ऑनरशिप ली थी जहाँ के लोगों को आपने मारा। ये बात भी क्वालिटी में आनी चाहिए कि हम करना क्या चाहते हैं, हम जी क्यों रहे हैं? क्या दूसरों को मारने के लिए जी रहे हैं? हम साइंस इसलिए आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं कि बॉम्ब से हम दूसरे को मारें? हम साइंस इसलिए आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं कि हम दूसरे का नुकसान करके अपना फायदा समझें? सालों साल हो जाते हैं, लड़ाइयाँ खत्म नहीं होती हैं। शर्म नहीं आती पार्टीज को, लड़ाई करने वालियों को? अरे बैठ के बात करो ना, क्यों मार रहे हो एक दूसरे को? आप प्राइम मिनिस्टर होंगे, आप प्रेसिडेंट होंगे, लेकिन एक आम आदमी ने क्या बिगाड़ा है? एक आम आदमी जो आपके देश का सिटीजन है, ऑनर है, उसने आपको क्या बिगाड़ा है? आप अपनी सत्ता की भूख मिटाने के लिए लड़ाई करे जा रहे हैं, बहस करे जा रहे हैं, झगड़े करे जा रहे हैं। कहाँ है क्वालिटी? किसने अधिकार दिया किसी को कि भगवान की जमीन को तोड़ दो? अरे नुकसान तो हो रहा है। आप जीते या हारें, मेरे हिसाब से दोनों हार रहे हैं। पूरा विश्व हार रहा है। जहाँ लड़ाई की बात चल रही है, एक दूसरे को मार कुटाई की बात चल रही है, सब हार रहे हैं, कोई जीत नहीं सकता। भगवान की पृथ्वी का नुकसान करके कोई जीत नहीं सकता। याद रख लेना, आप कितने भी बड़े क्यों ना हो। आप सोच लें हमने दूसरी कंट्री छीन ली, तब भी आप जीते नहीं, आप हारे हैं, क्योंकि आपने कुछ नहीं छीना, आपने दिया है अपनी वैल्यू को, भगवान को नेगेटिव दे दिया है। आपने किसी की भी थोड़ी चीज भगवान की थोड़ी बनाइए ना। ये बात मैं सिटीजन के लिए कह रहा हूँ। झांसे में आ जाते हैं लोग, आ रहे हैं, आएंगे भी, क्योंकि हम छोटी बुद्धि के लोग हैं, हम सोचते नहीं हैं। जब सोचेंगे नहीं तो नुकसान ही तो होगा। थिंकर इज ऑलवेज बेटर देन नॉन थिंकर। इट इज ट्रूथ ऑफ लाइफ। इफ आई कैन नॉट थिंक देन आई एम नॉट ह्यूमन बीइंग। इफ आई कैन थिंक आई कैन कंट्रोल माई सेल्फ। इफ I can analyze, I can control myself. If I can calculate, I can consider myself to be good. It's my own assessment about what I think of myself. Can I think? Can I further think? And can I further and further think to contemplate? And can I contemplate to do further contemplation and to do coordination? Or you can say, find out, well, find out procedures for reaching solution. A kind of self statement I have to design. It is very easy, in fact, also very difficult too, because control is required. Self control is required while doing something, and you cannot define your control sometimes even to yourself. You cannot explain everything to others, that's not possible. Impossible it is. You can explain to you, I can talk to myself, I can talk to you can talk to yourself, you can talk to me, you can talk to everybody. But talking and talking is limited, should be limited. Its action is more important. If you apply what you think and you can find result. And we can say in our management category, you plan something, do something, act and find. Correct and act. Plan, do something, plan it, do it, act on this, and if you find some problems, correct that, set right. So you have to do that. Plan, do, check and act. P, do, C. Plan, do, check and act. Can we do? Can I do all time? What action I have taken, I'm not sure about that, but if I review myself, self edition, self review, it would help me. Because ultimately, by every performance of act, I know something, I learn something, even by my own performance. I may cause mistakes, others may cause mistakes. We will check those mistakes because a string would broke, a string that we create will break. I have to know about that. When you know about that, I'll find my mistakes and errors. And to set those errors, to make it free from errors, you have to work again to some extent to rectify, to remedy defects or snags. It's very simple to say what I'm saying, but it's very time consuming, efforts consuming, money consuming, and everything consuming, and of course, consuming power of mind and soul to set that right. Sometimes it takes few minutes, sometimes it may take hours and days for applying correction. That's very important point. That's why I say all these are counts as a part of values and part of quality. Quality we have to set right to accepted standards. Accepted standards means whatever we say we do work to this level with this profile, and that's where quality lies in. If I say I write something, but I don't read that, don't care for that, and nobody cares for that, and we just go on doing that, okay, we do it, and we'll see later on, and that later on never comes, and you have to decide now, today, or now for this. Otherwise, if you start delaying, okay, next time I look into this, and then next time you say, I look next time, and that next time would never arrive, and that's where drop in work accepts. If one mistake is caused, that mistake multiplies, thrives, and is cumulated on every part. And we say whole scenario has been produced defectively, deficiently, with snags, with mistakes, with errors. And to correct that, it's very difficult because it's a blanket mistake. It cannot be even identified easily because it looks everything is same. So we say, okay, this is acceptable with certain variations, but that does not work in quality. I don't know why I'm speaking about like this. I did not write anything about what I'm speaking, but speaking means it's based on my memory, it's based on my experience. Everybody has got some experience in life, and one has to utilize that. And when you talk, write, think of that, it comes back from your automatically it comes back to you from memory cells. It happens. If you have practice, if you do something, if you have experience, if you have knowledge, if you have access, you get some information and that information reaches you all the time. It doesn't go out. Yeah, it may slip sometime because of resting or relaxing, but when required it jumps up, and you after maybe sometimes you can't immediately recall it, but it happens at them. Okay, I got it now. I got it. And when you get that information, you have to apply that. And if you apply that successfully, degree of error that caused that has been caused can be reduced. It is not politics I'm discussing, but whenever you discuss something, whatever you discuss, automatically those who control you, or those who control system, or those who control governance, it is automatically reach there. It reaches there because maybe my work is not very significant, but thoughts are. Means I'm not doing any obligation by giving my thoughts. It is my duty because my thoughts are not only for me alone, these are for everyone. And same thing, those who think. I am also capable, I am also eligible to get their opinions or their outcome of contemporary thoughts. That's why I say citizenry is very important designation, performance, adjective, or you can say in parts of the speech, whatever. If I am a quality citizen, I have many duties. If I am a quality person, I have many duties. If I have to be responsible, I have many duties to perform. And if I'm not responsible, I'm not quality person, I'm nothing. I do it and do it. As we used to say in our country sometimes. Keep on doing and we'll see later on. If rejected, we'll take. Means no plan, no commitment, no seriousness. Seriousness, again I say, is not serious face, but serious mindset. If I am serious in mindset, I would be behind work all time. Until I do that, I won't get sound sleep. This should be your approach. If you can eat successfully with pleasure, you can enjoy your food, you can enjoy your sleep, and say I'm not serious or I am serious. It depends on how you analyze. Seriousness is not observed on face. Seriousness is observed on your actions. In sequence, on track you move. That is more significant. And these all you can say considerations are linked to quality. Quality of a person, which can also be said, or you can say character of a person. Character doesn't mean personal character. Character means personal character, general character, destiny character, totality character, where you want to go, where you want to stop, when you want to do something extraordinary, when you want to just live normally. And do you have capacity to go further? That's very important point. Hunger for learning. Don't stop. In learning, the more you can start because you are learning mentally. You are learning in your brain. You are not learning in your stomach. When you learn something, all parts of your body become very active. But when you don't learn something, all parts relax and they can go to in whatever directions without any control. That's why citizen has to think about that. There are every class of citizen in everywhere or country. We do have same. And I also say citizenry doesn't mean that physically you have to think what I got. Okay, people think in physical achievements that this is very important, we should get it. But what happens? Can you take physical item with you forever? Today, suppose I leave this world. Can I take that item with me? Nobody can. Just imagine, hypothetically. Had there been different God's constitution, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about constitution, God's kingdom. Had there been a provision made or amendment done that these persons or these souls come back, leaving their bodies there, they should bring everything back what they made there, including body itself. Just think like that. अगर ये होता कि भगवान का संविधान में ये प्रोविजन हो जाए या हो जाता कि जो भी आपने जिंदगी में किया है जमीन पे आप उसको अपने साथ ले आइए, यहाँ इंस्टॉल कर दीजिए। अगर ऐसा होता तो क्या होगा? मतलब ये कि वास्तविकता में नहीं है, लेकिन मैं कल्पना कर रहा हूँ कि मेरा शरीर भी मेरे साथ चला जाएगा, मेरा घर भी मेरे साथ चला जाएगा, जो भी मेरा है सब मेरे साथ चला जाएगा। तो इस जमीन का क्या होता सोचिए। पता लगता कि देखिए वो आदमी उड़ गया, चला गया, ये मकान साथ में जा रहा है, ये कार भी साथ में जा रही है। ऑफ कोर्स उसके बीवी बच्चे या परिवार के मेंबर नहीं जाएंगे, क्योंकि वो वापस नहीं जा रहे हैं। ऐसे में क्या होता, जब वो आपका घर लेके आप जा रहे हैं, आपका शरीर लेके जा रहे हैं, तो आपका बेटा, आपकी बेटी, आपकी पत्नी आपसे खुश होंगे या रोएंगे? तो कहेंगे नहीं हम भी साथ चलते हैं। ऐसा होगा क्या? कहने का मतलब है ये तो मजाक था, एक कॉमेडी थी बीच में, कि आप बोर ना हो मेरी बात से। लेकिन सच्चाई तो यही है, गॉड बहुत ऊंचे दिमाग वाला था, है। उसने ऐसे प्रोविजन बनाए कि आप वहां से कुछ नहीं ला सकते, क्योंकि वहां रखने की जगह नहीं है उसके पास। रखना यहीं रहेगा, मेरी जगह है, मेरा स्टोर है, मेरा स्टोर है, मेरा वेयर हाउस है, ये अर्थ मेरी वेयर हाउस है। यहाँ जाओ, इसको ठीक करके आओ, इसके स्टोर अरेंजमेंट ठीक करके आओ। इस अर्थ में बहुत कुछ रखा है मैंने आपके लिए, अपने लिए। वो रिसोर्सेस हमारे काम आएंगे। लेकिन आप सबको जला के आ रहे हो, तो मैं आपका क्या करूं? आपके मतलब कि क्या है यहाँ? आप यहाँ आ गए सब खराब करके वहां पे, और आप मुझसे अब कह रहे हैं कि मुझे माफ कर दो, क्षमा कर दो। किस बात की क्षमा कर दो? आपने ऐसा क्यों किया? आपने अपने मस्तिष्क का, माइंड का यूज क्यों नहीं किया? Why you did not use your mind? Why you did not use your contemporary power? Why did you not think about my requirement? Why were you just busy in doing religious functions without doing any improvement functions? You always used to pray on to me for what? I already give you gift to go to that earth, which is your job. I mobilized you and now I demobilized you. What you did during this mobilization and demobilization gap, that's what I want to see. If you did not do that despite learning a lot, you are a highly educated person according to Earth's scale, and you did not use that educational knowledge for improvement of Earth, but you used to do all ill acts which you had not were not supposed to do. And that's where again we say consideration lies in. That consideration is very significant from each and every point of view. And citizen is the only person who can understand all this. I'm not talking of vote. I'm not talking of anything. I'm talking of your vote to God or God's vote to you. You may say this way, God may also vote for you, and that vote is your status. And status is for vote, and vote is for status. What for you vote for someone? Again, I say, I'm not talking vote, but vote is a kind of visa, it's a kind of permission, it's a kind of payment, it's a kind of instrument that you give to your candidate. And if that candidate wins, what that candidate does for you, does for country, that's what I say. If we cannot think this way, we just think the vote is ballot paper or EVM machine button. In that case, I think you are not a reliable citizen, because you do not understand earth, you do not understand God, you do not understand improvement, but you just understand that I have to do this. That is end. I have to do it. Yes, you have to do it. For that you have to come. But did you do it for God, for earth, for world, for people, or you did it just for one person who wants to be in seat of power? Am I born for that purpose, to keep that person in seat of power, or I make seat in such a way that I may also access to that easily, comfortably? बड़ा आसान है ये सब बातें करना, बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है समझाना, क्योंकि लोग इन बातों को ना सुनना चाहते हैं ना समझना चाहते हैं। लोग नहीं चाहते ये बातें समझना कि इन बातों में कोई मसाला नहीं है, इन बातों में कोई मिक्सिंग नहीं है, कोई टेस्ट नहीं है। उनको चाहिए गरम गरम चीज, मसाले की, नमक की, मीठी की, खटाई की, और वो मेरे पास नहीं है। मैं फिर कहा, सीरियसनेस, वैल्यू, क्वालिटी, परफॉर्मेंस, if these are controlled by seriousness, you shall be a different person. People would listen to you one time, Maybe they don't listen in beginning, but they may consider this person keeps on statements intact. This person doesn't jump down or climbs or doesn't do anything, but maintains what he says. It's like sun that works regularly. It's like nature that never stops working. Why then I should not learn from nature, which is a product delivered by God, and then I am also a product delivered by God. So my product is you can say temporary, but other products which are permanent. Temporary has to serve permanent, that is principle. So I am temporary, I have to serve permanent. If I cannot do that, then what for I am here? What for I am here? Why shall God pay me my remunerations if I don't do job? My remuneration I have to take, but I cannot take if I don't do job. So what to do? That is what we have to think about. It's life. It's very easy to say something, and it's also equally difficult to do that thing. And if you do that act, you'll get better results. You will reach somewhere. Your destiny shall be near you. Maybe somewhere at landing you are. You're rising on steps, ascending and descending, ascending and descending. And one time comes when you reach floor, or your destiny, or your destination. And that destination is to be achieved by everybody. My destination, your destination can be different. My objective and your objective can be different. But procedure is same, route is same, and that is value addition, commitment, hard work, hunger for learning and hunger for doing, not just concerning money value. Value is never in money, value is in your approach. If I think this way, you think this way, or you think opposite way, I can't help you. I can't do anything. But you do this way yourself, certainly you would help yourself. Nobody would be required that you help him or he helps you. It's up to you if you help someone. Even if you help someone, you help yourself. Keep in mind, helping someone else who may not be even related to you blood wise, who may not having affection with you, but you really, if that person requires need, that person needs some help, you help. This means you help yourself. And when you help yourself means you help that self power of God, because everybody is linked to God, and God records that you did something without having any interest, personal interest in that. And that is really wonderful, you can say, approach if you help someone, because it's not easy. Again, I say, even if time is spent, money is spent, everything is spent, and you help someone, and that someone is supported by you, and that someone is successful, then you can never forget that help, even though you don't get anything out of that. But that person will also not forget you. You shall not forget that person, and that is called value in life. Value doesn't come from money, it comes from every source, every point, every wealth point available on earth. Sometimes I wish others just to help them, because even though I don't name them, that's what quality of life is. I should say quality of life, just like I say power of soul, quality of life, quality of work, quality of performance, quality of politics, quality of engineering, quality of medical, quality of others. Everywhere quality exists. It is different, somewhere is deficient and somewhere is super. Maybe somewhere is very deficient. It needs improvement. It needs input. Who will do that? That is what profession is about. When we are professionals, we work in profession. It is duty of professional to upgrade everything, to keep updated on what has been going on around. And that professional requirement is very good, that you have to know that. And if you don't know that, you can't do anything. So, my dear friends, quality is unlimited. There is no end. It depends upon you. What what restriction you put on quality. There can be classes of qualities. There can be classes and quality considerations, quality you walk in. Quality may impact upon budget. Quality may impact upon your thinking. Quality may impact upon everything. But that is your resistance, your tolerance. How much can you digest? How much can you accept? कितना आप सह सकते हैं, कितना आप नहीं सह सकते हैं, कितना आप उसको ले सकते हैं, कितना आप नहीं ले सकते हैं, ये सब डिपेंड करता है आपके सोचने के, आपके करने के तरीके पे। कई बार जरूरी नहीं कि पैसा ही लगे, आपकी सोच समाज के काम आ सकती है, आपकी कंस्ट्रक्टिव अप्रोच देश के काम आ सकती है, दुनिया के काम आ सकती है। वो कंस्ट्रक्टिव अप्रोच की कम्युनिकेशन जरूरी है। शर्माने की जरूरत नहीं है। मैं गलत भी हो सकता हूँ, क्यों नहीं हो सकता है मेरा पॉइंट गलत हो, लेकिन पॉइंट तो है, गलत ही सही है तो सही। लोग यही कहेंगे गलत लिखा है, लोग यही कहेंगे गलत बोल रहा है, इससे ज्यादा क्या बोलेंगे? तो आपको पता लग जाएगा कि आप गलत हैं, आपको रिएक्शन मिल जाएगा, आप अपने को इम्प्रूव कर लेंगे। इससे बढ़िया और क्या हो सकता है? अगर मैं गलत था, मुझे पता नहीं था, तो लोगों ने मुझे बता दिया, मैं उन सबका धन्यवाद करूंगा, इन्होंने मेरे गलत बता दिया। मुझे गुस्सा नहीं आना चाहिए इस बात पे। हो सकता है मैं गलती हूँ। कई बार होता है कि हमारी गलती भी सही नजर आती है और हम जिद पे अड़ जाते हैं, नहीं मैं सही हूँ तुम गलत हो। ठीक है, आप भी गलत हो सकते हैं, वो भी गलत हो सकते हैं, मैं ये कब कह रहा हूँ नहीं हो सकते, लेकिन इसमें गुस्सा आने की क्या बात है? आपने जो किया अपने हिसाब से किया, आप जो कर रहे हैं अपने हिसाब से कर रहे हैं। माइंड आपका, शरीर आपका, आत्मा आपकी, टाइम आपका, सोच आपकी, सब कुछ तो आपका। अगर किसी ने कह दिया भाई आपने ये ठीक नहीं किया, तो उसने भी तो अपने हिसाब से कहा, तो आप धन्यवाद दे दिए, ठीक है अभी हम कोशिश करेंगे, देखेंगे, रिव्यू करेंगे। लेकिन इसमें क्रिटिसाइज करके हम ये बात को खत्म नहीं कर दे सकते, क्योंकि क्रिटिसाइज तो बहुत सस्ती चीज है। हमें तो महंगी चीज लेनी है, रिसर्च करनी है, उसमें एनालिसिस करना है कि क्या ये आदमी सही कह रहा है कि मैंने गलत किया है। और भाई अगर मैंने गलत किया है तो ठीक है, मुझे सुधारना तो होगा ही, बड़ी अच्छी बात है, सुधारूंगा। दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंकिंग शुड बी बिल्ट इन, इट शुड बी बिल्ट इन। I have to improve myself. I have to improve my approach. I have to improve my work. I have to improve my thinking. I have to see how results come, whether I was wrong or I was right to think. If I did not do it seriously, there could be left somewhere some error. But if I was very serious while doing this, then there are remote chances that you get errors. बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है, बहुत काल्पनिक बात नहीं है, बहुत प्रैक्टिकल बात है ये। आप जब काम करते हैं गलती का भी पता लगता रहता है। ये कहना कि मुझे पता नहीं लगा बिल्कुल गलत है। आपको इंडिकेशन मिलेगी ही अगर आप मन से, तन से, दिमाग से काम करेंगे, क्योंकि आपसे काम कराने वाला कोई और है। आप तो कर नहीं रहे, आप तो समझ रहे हैं कि आप कर रहे हैं। There is someone else who is controlling your job and pushing you to their job. That power provides you all information, and that power also tells you indirectly, "Hey, oh, check it, and check it." And if you receive that patiently, you check, you will find error. Otherwise, you say, if you think, "No, I'm doing that," nobody will tell you. Believe me, if you think I'm doing that, this is my power. I've been busy. I've done this and then that. You will not get any information. The information will continuously come in that this is erroneous, my dear. You improve it, and you don't listen to him. So, what to do? You try next space, concentration. When you are immersed in the job, you get indication from nature, there's something wrong. Knock, 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 it comes in, or tick, 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 it comes in, but you don't understand. You don't receive that. It's not fault of God, it's your fault because you were not right in concentration. You did not make concentration past you, you're just jumping on and on just to compare yourself with the performance of others, and that's wrong. Never compare your performance with others because everybody is unique in this world. Everybody is unique. Your soul is unique. Your mind is unique. Your approach is unique. Your thinking is maybe it meets somewhere, but 100% it cannot meet. It's always, again, I say, it's always easy to speak, and I am also doing same. I'm speaking, but I speak very little constructive, and you can say, in a way, it should be useful to everybody. I talked a lot about constitution, a lot about vote, not a lot, you can say to some extent. I tried to explain vote is your power, vote is your future, vote is everything. And not only to vote to politicians, but to vote to yourself. You vote to yourself, you check yourself whether you did right or wrong. And why I did wrong? That's your question, you have to answer. Best way is to examine yourself, audit yourself, check yourself. Why did you do it wrong? Could you avoid this wrong? That's important point one should have. So it's very easy to say, but very difficult to again I say. I'll be back to you again next time. So already 50 minutes. मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप इस बात को फॉलो करें, क्वालिटी को इम्प्रूव करें, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। अगर आपको आगे बढ़ना है, नहीं बढ़ना तो अलग बात है, मैं कह नहीं सकता, लेकिन बहुत आवश्यक है। अब मैं आपसे यहाँ से विदा लेता हूँ। जय भारत, जय विश्व। जय भारत, जय विश्व। और क्वालिटी के लिए धन्यवाद, आपने सुनने की कोशिश की। आई होप यू विल थिंक अबाउट दैट। थैंक यू वेरी मच। धन्यवाद।